My number 7 is a little album called Prelude to Ecstasy by the Last Dinner Party.
Wow, okay.
You guys heard this album?
That came out this year, or was it last year?
It was early. February 2nd, it was released.
Female count, by the way.
Gotta shout out to Mauricio again. He showed me this band before this album came out, when Nothing Matters was the only single.
And you can hold me like the
you
others.
Can fuck me.
Nothing matters.
And yeah, and all I knew was that song, and I thought, okay, this is fine. Like, I guess it's a nice little song. And then the album drops, and holy shit, this was another one that just kind of grabbed me on a drive, from Central Florida to North Florida, where you're just locked in the car with the music. This is very much like English Teacher, the ideal debut album. Like, this is in the 2020s, what I want to hear from a new band kind of coming fresh out of the gate. Oh God, Drew's choking to death.
The Vizzy's fighting back.
It's a fully realized vision.
Yeah,
is what this is. And I hate to say this, it's kind of what I wish St. Vincent was. It has that female-driven rock vibe that I know St. Vincent hits, and it has hit for me. And the album this year is a good album. But this one, the Last Dinner Party album, it just kind of gave me a flavor that I've been looking for, that for some reason I was hoping I would find with St. Vincent, and I found it here. It's incredibly cinematic, emotional rock. And I know a lot of people would describe the St. Vincent album that same way, but for some reason it didn't quite hit me, and this one did. Excellent production across the board. Every song feels unique, dynamic, super tight track list, no skips, no filler. And I think the biggest thing for me, the thing that really sealed the deal to get it on the top 10 is it reminded me a lot of Fleetwood Mac. It is
okay. Like now you have my attention.
Yeah. The lead singer, her name is
Stevie Nicks.
Wait,
Georgia,
okay, keep going.
Georgia Davies. I guess they all sing. Abigail Morris is credited as the lead vocals.
There's like 3 vocalists, aren't there?
We got Georgia Davies, Lizzie Mayland, Abigail Morris, Aurora Nishevi, and Emily Roberts.
All of them do vocals?
Yeah, and it looks like they all play instruments and do vocals.
Like backing vocals too.
Right. Abigail Morris is listed as the lead vocals. So I guess her voice is the one that is the most similar to Stevie Nicks. It just feels like the closest thing that people must have felt when they heard Rumours or one of those Fleetwood Mac albums back in the 70s, back in that era, right? Like kind of a fresh, exciting voice for rock music that's got that tinge of nostalgia and also feels forward facing. I love this thing, man. It just is incredibly unique. I think the biggest thing for me, and I guess it ties into the Fleetwood Mac comparison, is that I really wanted to prioritize albums that I could easily recommend to people. This is an easy recommend album to anyone, no matter their music taste, and incredibly recognizable sound. That's something that I'm looking for a lot, is when you play something, it's people's ears are going to perk up and be like, what is that? That sounds different. That sounds unique. I don't think I've quite heard that sound before. It sounds familiar, but new at the same time. So it just checked a lot of boxes for me. Wikipedia describes it as Baroque pop, orchestral rock, indie pop. I guess I'll agree with that. I described it as like cinematic, right? Yeah. So it's got like a grand, expansive, just, big sound. I loved it, man. It's Prelude to Ecstasy by the Last Dinner Party. Great debut. Another British band. The Brits are here.
Female,
the Greater United Kingdom.
Loved it so much. That is my
7.
Number 7. Drew, number 7.